Welcome to Community Roundtable. I'm Nick Burns from the Salt Lake Community College Division of Communication and Performing Arts. On the show today, for many students, spring break is in the air. You know, beaches, parties. But here at Salt Lake Community College, students can find alternative spring breaks. These breaks involve travel, but they also involve humanitarian work, community outreach, and more. Here to talk about alternative spring breaks and to talk about the SLCC Civically Engaged Scholars Program, Brandon Devlin, welcome. And also with us, Sherry Palacios. Sherry, let's start with you. You are the site leader for the Seattle Alternative Spring Break Trip.
That's correct.
That's quite a title, so tell me what that is.
So it's about food sustainability and accessibility. We want to let the students know that there's also accessibility for food in urban areas also. So yeah, we want to let them know about like the nutritional side and how to get involved in that area also with their community. So
you're learning skills that the students on this break could take anywhere.
Yeah.
So how many are signed up for this break with you?
10
10
students.
or 12?
Yeah, 10 or 12.
In Seattle for a week? Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
No beach to hang out on?
Well, you can on your free time, but it's not really.
Are you keeping everybody really busy?
Yes.
So, Brandon, this Seattle trip is but one alternative spring break that Salt Lake Community College has. What other things are students doing? Where are they going?
Yeah, that's right. We have more than one alternative spring break this year. We have 4 trips.
Wow.
Operating over spring break. We're going to Seattle,
Okay.
as Sherry mentioned, but then we're also going to San Francisco, San Diego, and we're staying here in Utah to visit the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary down in Kanab.
And are these trips to San Francisco, and are they all food related as well?
No, they each have their own specific social issue that we're going to be exploring the root causes of. In San Francisco, we're looking at problems around homelessness. In San Diego, issues around immigration, and then animal rights, animal advocacy with the Best Friends.
With Best Friends.
Yeah, Animal Sanctuary.
I'll brag, I have a Best Friends kitty. So
oh, really? I do too.
I'm familiar with Best Friends.
Great.
And so how many students overall? 10 or 12 per trip?
Yep, on average, it's about 10 or 12 students on trip, including, typically, it's a co-site leader model. So we have 2 students helping to plan out on the trip events and things like that. I help out with some of the kind of bigger picture planning, connecting with the community partners and things out there, and then I hand it off to them.
Okay.
And then we also have an advisor, a faculty or staff member that goes on the trip with them. Yeah.
So somebody, I won't use the word chaperone, but kind of?
Yeah, not really. It's definitely the site leaders that take on most of the role of planning and making sure everything stays together. It's more or less a rule of the college that we have somebody there to make sure that everything's going smoothly, but they really play a background role and are, for all intents and purposes, working side by side with all of the students.
And Sherry, does this fit your career goal to sort of run things like this?
Yes.
Okay.
My career is planning to be a dietitian. So, yeah.
So site leader, you had mentioned earlier before we were on the air, this is your second.
This is my third time.
Third
Yeah.
alternative spring break doing
Yeah.
this. Mm-hmm. In various, and not all to Seattle, I presume.
Yeah, I've been to Seattle twice, but for environmental work, and this is my first time going to Seattle for the
Okay.
food accessibility.
Okay. And I also want to ask about civically engaged scholars. And you are one, Sherry?
Yes, I am.
So what's that mean to you?
So civically engaged scholars is basically just about being aware how to be more involved with your community and helping out wherever you can. So, yeah.
So to be a civically engaged scholar, you take service learning courses, contribute so many hours to good causes that interest you here, there, and everywhere?
Yes.
What else?
So basically, I took a service learning class when I first started college, and we helped at this program called 5 Parks, which does not exist anymore, but we also helped build a playground. And so now I'm trying to find more places so I can help that goes along with my career. So,
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
So Brandon, civically engaged scholars, this, I understand, goes on your transcript. So you can take it with you.
Yes. And Civically Engaged Scholars is really designed to stay with students as they go through their time here at Salt Lake Community College. It's a way to connect some of the work that they're doing in service learning classes with predominantly one community partner. We're hoping that students can build a relationship with that community partner. They're required to do 60% of the hours that they're serving with one community partner, so that they get to know kind of the ins and outs and of how they accomplish what they accomplish.
And so this is a multi-semester commitment.
Correct. We hope that students have at least 3 semesters
Okay.
left when they begin.
And I understand you have to get fairly decent grades.
Yeah, there's a requirement to maintain a 3.0 GPA.
Is that hard for you, Sherry? 3.0?
No.
Are you one of those students that this kind of connection, I mean, not only fitting your career goal, but are you one of those students that this sort of grounded the why of why you're learning it is important to you?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I've always been aware about like what's going on in my community, but now that I'm part of like with the Thayne Center and Civically engaged scholars, I've been more aware than I was before, and I've wanted to help a lot more than what I used to.
It
So,
sparks your interest?
Yeah.
Were you one of those students who was bored to tears in high school because they wanted to just dump the knowledge in your head? And
No.
No? Just wondered. So civically engaged scholars, many hours, multiple semesters, 3.0 GPA. How many do we have on campus doing this?
Currently, we have about 40 active civically engaged
Wow.
scholars right now, and that's just folks that have signed up for individual tracks. We have pretty much every student that's involved in our occupational therapy assistant program graduates as a civically engaged scholar, just because of the sheer number of community service hours that they complete as a part of that program. And so that's one of the ways that we're hoping to continue to grow the Civically Engaged Scholars Program is through connections with departments, which is consistent with how we create relationships between community partners and connect them on campus.
I mean, OT, that's healthcare. That wouldn't have been the first thing I would have thought of, but
Right.
there's a logic there.
Absolutely.
Who else are big players on campus? If OT is a big player, what other areas do we find a lot of civically engaged scholars?
Absolutely. Great question. There's a lot of English faculty that are doing amazing work in their service learning courses. To name a few, Andrew Malouf, Daniel Baird, Benjamin Solomon, a lot of people are doing really great work and helping students connect the concepts and ideas that they're exploring and learning in the classroom with how the real work that they can do.
And English, studying English gets such a bad rep, like somehow a degree to nowhere, but that's clearly crap, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So are civically engaged scholars everywhere, or is this like a Salt Lake Community College gig?
So programs like these do exist at institutions of higher education all over the nation, but there's only one other program. We're one of 2 programs that's a transcript designating honors program that links community engagement with academic excellence.
2 institutions in the country, and we're one of them.
At community colleges, yes.
2 community colleges in the country, and we're one of them.
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any other institutions in Utah doing this?
So there are, I know the University of Utah has a community engaged scholars program.
Okay, similar.
Utah Valley University, I think Utah State University as well. And that's a really cool selling point that I bring up with students that are interested in becoming a civically engaged scholar, is that we've talked with the folks in those departments at the institutions where they would be transferring, and the hours that they complete here will actually count for the majority of those programs, so they can get a head start on earning their honor where they plan on transferring while achieving excellence here.
Okay, and we're almost out of time, but you said you wanted to study nutrition, so that's a 4-year degree?
Yes.
So you'll continue this kind of work where you transfer to?
University of Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can do that there?
Yes.
Cool. So, civically engaged scholars, alternative spring breaks. It's probably too late to go on an alternative break this year or not?
We do always have a wait list open, so feel free to apply. You can find that on our webpage, slcc.edu/Thayne Center.
And you could join Sherry in Seattle.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Or-
you can always sign up for civically engaged scholars.
That's ongoing whenever someone might be interested.
Correct.
Very good. Thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. Brandon Devlin, Sherry Palacios. And thank you for joining us on Community Roundtable. For more information on Salt Lake Community College academic and community programs, for current and future student resources, and to find out about upcoming campus events, go to slcc.edu. And we'll see you next time on Community Roundtable. I'm Nick Burns, and keep it tuned to SLCC TV.